Hi everyone, my name is Oscar and I'm a scientist. Welcome to Oscar's Green Card. Today we have a special video, one of those update videos. We're going to talk about the Visa Bulletin that was just released for the month of January, the upcoming Visa Bulletin. So today the video will be quick and easy and simple. We are just going to review together what the new Visa Bulletin brings about. Last month we have seen how for the first time in many months the Visa Bulletin showed that people that were applying for EB2 NIW, EB2 in general, could not adjust status immediately. That means that the dates were not current for the first time in a long time. So we're going to see if the problem has been fixed or not. So let's jump into our browser. So if you type in Google Visa Bulletin, you open the travel.gov website and you will get to a website like this one, and you will see the current Visa Bulletin. We're in December 2022, so we'll see that one. And then you have the upcoming Visa Bulletin for the month of January. It was released just today, 20th of December 2022. Alright, so first we're going to take a look at the Visa Bulletin from this month. I have it open right here. And this is a video about employment-based green cards, specifically EB2, specifically EB2 NIW. So there are two tables for that. There's table A, final action dates, and B, dates for filing. Depending on the month, USCIS may tell us to use one or the other. We know if you click here, you will see that in December is table B, dates for filing, the one that has to be checked. And again, you can open this link, you will get to this website, and you will read, for employment-based preference filings, you must use dates for filing for December 2022. They have not released yet what needs to be done in January, but I would anticipate it's going to be the same table. So dates for filing, and that's table B. So one thing that we had seen, and I had a video here that you can go and check out in the previous month, like we're seeing here, is that nothing for the second employment-based category, that's EB2, was current. Current are those that are listed with C, so we see all the EB1 categories with C. Those that have a C mean that a person that applies today in December, they can do concurrent filing. They can do I-140 submission and then adjustment of status at the same time. However, for EB2, for the first time in a long time, all countries were not current. Typically, China and India had been in that situation already for forever, really, but all others were not. But we see now, for the first time, that if you were submitting your I-140 in December, then you needed to have a priority date prior to December 1st to be able to submit your adjustment of status, which in practice means that you cannot do concurrent filings. This is not a big deal if you have gone through a PERM process, if you need a labor certification. So if you are on a regular EB2, because your priority day was taken from the moment the employer seeks that labor certification. But for EB2 NIW, that's not the case because there's no labor certification. It doesn't really matter for those that are applying from abroad, because in that case they can never do concurrent filings anyway, because they are not going to adjust the status. They are going to do I-140, wait for approval, and then submit, and then go through consular processing. But for people that are in the US, that only means that now they cannot do concurrent filing. Now what we didn't know is, will this be just for 1 month? Will it continue in the same way for the coming months? And that's what we can see in the Visa Bulletin for January. So if we go to the same table, and again, we still don't know which table we have to use, but I would guess and will confirm that is going to be the same table. And we see that there's no change actually in in the EB2 category. We see exactly the same dates. We can go back to December. You can try to put it in the same place. Look at these dates here. And nothing has changed in January, which means that things had gotten stuck. They are stagnant right now. So there have been no progress. But this doesn't mean a lot in USCIS and Department of State world, because it may be stagnant for a few months and then just go back to current again, or it could get worse. So we have to be prepared for everything. One thing that I did notice is that EB1, for the first time, if we go back to December, you can see that EB1, all those categories were current. And if we see January, for the first time in a long time, China and India are now not current. In fact, you have to have a priority date before June to be able to adjust your status, which is a worse case than what we're seeing in EB2 for countries that are not China and India. Of course, China and India, unfortunately, for EB2, they have long wait times. More than 2 years for China and pretty much a decade for India. So this is the update from the Visa Bulletin. Not good news, not horrible news, but really there's not a lot we can do other than wait and see how February will come. I guess in 1 month we'll see that Visa Bulletin for February, and we'll see if these days start clearing up and go back to current. They stay as December 1st. It may mean that USCIS is working through all those pending cases. We'll see what the future brings, but for people applying from abroad, no big change. You still have to go through the I-140 process. It will take a few months anyway, so no big change yet. For people that want to adjust status, you just cannot do it concurrently. You need to submit your I-140 first, and then go and submit your adjustment of status once you have a priority date before what is shown in this table, depending on what country you are from. So, yeah, sorry that I don't have better news. I do hope that soon we'll sit here again together reviewing these dates, and we'll have a happier moment. I was hoping that the end of the year would bring a positive news on this front. It's not the case. It's not the end of the world. It's just a so-and-so situation. So I'll see you again in February for the next update on the Visa Bulletin. We'll keep a close eye, and for now we should just continue working on those cases, those of you who are working on your petitions, and keep the eyes on the prize and keep working hard. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like if you like this video, share it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.